What's up, all my horror movie motherfuckers? It's your boy T-Shon back with another horror movie hood review. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving, man. Good time to eat. Hope you smoked a lot of fucking weed. Ate a lot of turkey. Slept. Woke up. Smoked a lot of weed. Slept. Watched a horror movie. Smoked a lot of weed. Yeah, man. I hope everybody had a great one. Because I did. Yeah, I had a fantastic one. Big good old ass turkey. And I didn't have the ham this year because I don't eat pork. But my kids, you know, they're grown and they have, you know, boyfriends, girlfriends, all that stuff. And they all like ham. They all want to eat ham. But when I cook a fucking ham, they eat like 5 or 6 pieces and leave that motherfucker here. And I tell them, like, as soon as they get here, hey, and they're like, oh, God, man, that looks so good and all this. And I'm like, well, good. You're going to take a lot of that shit home with you. I'm glad it does look good. But they never do. They never do. I end up cutting it up and giving it to these feral cats out in the back of the woods and shit, and they eat shit up. So, yeah, I did a turkey this year because I like turkey. I fucking dig the shit out of it because, yeah, it's just fucking good. It's healthy for you, and you make that shit into anything. Sandwiches, fucking some soup, fucking whatever you want to make. I said some soup, turkey soup, yeah. But, yeah, guys, today we're going to be going into to keep kicking off our holiday spirit for the horror movie people. We're going to do the classic 1984 Silent Night, Deadly Night. And the director is Charles Sellier. The story is by Paul Caimi, Caimi. Don't look it up. I mean, Google it. But I remember when this movie came out because I was like, man, I don't know if I want to watch it, and I don't know if it's going to ruin me for, you know, digging Santa Claus, because at the time, I mean, fuck, it's 84. I think I was probably about 11, some shit like that, and still digging Santa Claus, so didn't want nothing to fuck it up. So yeah, I watched it, and it was all right. It was one of the better 80s horror movies that, you know, that had the holiday tone to it, and I liked it. It was pretty good. And, you know, I mean, I didn't like, I'm not gonna say it was the best damn movie ever made, but for what they were putting out in the early 80s, it was definitely one of the better ones. And I love how the movie starts off and they're going off and they're gonna see the granddaddy in this mental fucking institution. And so it's this kid Billy and his baby brother, like literally a fucking baby, his mom and his dad, and they're driving up here to see this grandfather who is basically catatonic and doesn't say shit. And so they take the parents off with the baby. The doctor takes the parents off into this room to talk to them and leaves Billy out there with this old ass creepy motherfucker. And all of a sudden, dude starts talking. The old man starts talking. And he ain't said shit in years. But he tells Billy, like, you know, are you waiting for Santa, you know, you little motherfucker? Well, he punishes people who aren't good, and he, you know, and all this shit, like, puts all this scary shit in his head about Santa, and you better behave or he's gonna punish your ass. And so, you know, the kid's already freaked the fuck out, as I would have been. You know, hell, I would have got up and ran off and been like, hey, man, this old motherfucker is talking. Y'all need to come get him. And, you know, he's fucking up my Christmas. So, you know, and so as they're leaving, you know, they're driving back home, they see this fucking Santa Claus that just robbed a damn store and shot the fucking clerk and ends up breaking down. So he's sitting on the side of the road, and they see this dude, and they pull up, and this dude just takes out a gun and starts fucking, shoots the dad. Then he ends up fucking stabbing the mom, and it just, the baby's in the back seat. Billy gets out, the little kid gets out and runs, and the Santa Claus is just sitting there like, "Come out, you little bastard. Come here, I'm gonna fucking kill you," with his fucking crazy ass knife, and orphans the fucking kid. And so it picks back up a few years later, and they're in an orphanage, and they're in this Catholic orphanage. And I'm sorry, man, Mother Superior would have been my first fucking victim. Like, this bitch would have got it first. I don't give a fuck what nobody says, man. She'd have been my first victim. I wouldn't have done anybody else. I'd have got her ass first. So they're trying to do the Christmas thing, and they know that this kid has been traumatized. This one, Sister Margaret, is the one who is trying to make everybody understand that, yeah, this kid's fucked up. He can't deal with Christmas shit. So as they're having the Christmas party, Billy's coming out, and he looks in and sees one of the nuns and a guy having sex. He's looking through the little keyhole, and Mother Superior ends up whooping his ass. I'm like, dude, bitch, why are you whooping me? And she goes in and she starts punishing takes the guy's belt off his pants, which is funnier than shit. So she's whooping this dude with a belt and this girl. So that just, I'm like, I really didn't get that part, because I mean, I would have been just kicked their asses out, but she believed in corporal punishment, and which, a lot of people don't even do that nowadays, and they really need to do, and would keep, motherfuckers from acting a damn fool and staying on these damn video games all day. But, even as a kid, hell, we didn't watch horror movies all fucking day long. We stayed out and we played. We met other kids, interacted with other kids, but of course this kid didn't get to do that because he was an orphan. That's kind of fucked up, but so yeah, she whoops the shit out of this kid and scars him for fucking, well, again, gives him, scars him more from hating Christmas. So it forward, it goes ahead, and the kid is grown now. Billy is grown, and I guess he just is going to grow up and live in that convent for the rest of his damn life. I don't know. But Sister Margaret takes him to get a job at this toy store. And they, give him a shot, and he goes in, he's doing a good job, and blam, it's fucking Christmas time. And they get Billy to play fucking Santa. They get in to play Santa in the store. And I'm like, man, if Sister Margaret didn't tell you, hey, keep him away from any Christmas stuff because he was traumatized during Christmas. His parents were murdered by a man dressed as Santa Claus during Christmas. He was orphaned, for that reason. So give him don't put him around. Give him Christmas off. Give that motherfucker Christmas off. And get him away from fucking Santa. And they don't do that. I guess they didn't get the fucking memo, but they let this dude dress the fuck up as Santa Claus, and it I don't know, he sees himself in the mirror, and it sparks a fucking huge, it finally makes him snap, I guess. And they have the kids coming in, and he starts telling this one kid, I thought this shit was hilarious too, just, even as a kid, that he had this little girl up on his lap saying, stop wiggling around. Like, stop wiggling around. Santa punishes girls and boys that have been bad. And, I'd have been like, look, little motherfucker, sit still. Or you getting on my lap. Get the fuck off. So, the kid gets off the lap or off his lap, and everybody else is like, what's going on? What's going on with Billy? Why is Billy acting so strange? And like I said, nobody got the fucking memo. Like, this motherfucker, you keep him away from I have to say Halloween shit. Yeah, been smoking a little bit this morning, but keep that motherfucker away from Santa Claus. Like, he had a horrible fucking experience. So as the night goes on, he's got this, like, he pictures himself with this lady this girl that works there, Pamela, and has this little crush for her. And it goes into even a scene to where they're like making out and shit. And she does got nice titties. I ain't gonna lie. She's very sexy, especially for the 80s chicks. And all of a sudden, the girl Pamela starts having this thing for Andy, which is another guy that works there, who gives Billy all kind of shit and don't realize exactly, what the fuck his problem is. So the store shuts down. The two, I think it's Mr. Randall, I believe. And they close the fucking store down, and they're having a Christmas party, and they break out the cheap ass scotch, and everybody's getting drunk, and the Andy goes back and starts trying to hit on Pamela and tries to start fucking with her and shit, and Tommy sees that and just snaps. He fucking snaps. So he goes and he gets a box cutter and goes back there, kills old gal, and she's like, why? And he's like, cuz, bitch, I'm fucked up. And, and Andy, he grabs him because he thinks that, he was raping her, and wraps the damn Christmas lights around his neck and fucks him up. Strangles him to death, and and again, the special effects weren't super bad. They weren't super bad, because he guts Pamela like a fucking Christmas deer or turkey or whatever the fuck. It just fucks her up, and then hangs old boy Andy. And that, like I said, everything it looked not super bad, but wasn't the best, but it was the fucking 80s. So then he goes up and he takes care of Mr. Sims and Mrs. Randall. That's what her name was. What the other lady's name is, Mrs. Randall, and his name's Mr. Sims. My bad, y'all. But yeah, he gets a fucking hammer to the head, Mr. Sims. Miss Randall gets a fucking arrow, and he's dressed up as Santa Claus and breaks out the fucking axe, and that's it. That's it. He's done. So he opens the door because they locked it up and shit. He gets the keys, opens the door, bounces. Then here comes Sister Margaret, conveniently after he done slaughtered all these motherfuckers. And she's like, oh, God, what has happened? What has happened? Like, bitch, fucking Billy has happened. Where you didn't tell these motherfuckers to get him away from Christmas. Give him Christmas off. That's why I think everybody gets off for Christmas, because they seen this motherfucking movie. They don't want nobody to snap. So he goes and he's on his little walk to start snuffing out motherfuckers, and the first people he comes up on is this babysitter. The babysitter's name is Denise, and her boyfriend Tommy is there, and they're fucking on a pool table, and they got this little girl upstairs. And that was the 80s though, I guess, that, kids fucked around while they were babysitting, and, tell the kids, hey, keep your ass upstairs. If you don't, I'm telling your parents that you were bad. You fucked up and you're going to get your ass whooped or something. So he comes to the door, basically comes through the motherfucking door and takes out good old Tommy. He fucking dogs him with the axe. And the babysitter, Denise, he takes her, lifts her up and puts her on the world's strongest deer head. Sticks her on the fucking antlers, and she just hangs there. That's got to be the strongest motherfucker in the world, dude. So salute whoever mounted that motherfucking deer, because you did a hell of a job, and putting it on the fucking wall. But so he sees the girl, and he tells the little girl, have you been naughty or nice? And the little girl's like, I've been good. And I guess he has a soft spot for her, and he ends up leaving, and these Christmas carolers and stuff are outside, and it's just, I don't know. Like I said, it's kind of goofy, but it was kind of good. Like, I wouldn't tell anybody not to watch it, but, I would say, give it a shot. Give it a shot and tell me, let us know what you think, because I liked it. I mean, like I said, it was different. It was Santa going nuts, and it was pretty original. I haven't really heard anything before then. That's why, I really wanted to watch it. So the nun, the Sister Margaret, basically finds out that he's killing people. So they're trying to chase him down, and they figure out that he's going back to the orphanage, and he's going to make his way back there, which is, that's what I wanted. I thought he was going to do in the beginning anyway. Is snap and then go to the orphanage and take out motherfucking Superior, which I would, because that bitch needed to go. But now she's in a wheelchair. Mother Superior's in a wheelchair. Also, Billy's brother is there at the orphanage. And so they call the cops, and they're like, be on the lookout for this cop or for this Santa walking around or whatever. And the cops, they go into full paranoid mode, and they actually shoot a deaf priest dressed up as Santa Claus at the orphanage, because he's walking across the street and he's going towards the kids, and this one deputy, he's fucking full out, ready to take dude out, gets out the car and shoots this unarmed Santa and shoots him twice in the back. Nowadays, your ass wouldn't get away with that. But they feel, they realize that that's not the right Santa, and he's still out there. So he, the cop is hanging around the orphanage, and, he ends up getting it. I'm not going to tell you how, really, but I mean, he ends up getting it. He finally, fuck it, I'm going to tell you how. The motherfucker gets axed. He gets that axe to the chest, and it's Billy. Now he's there at the orphanage, and it comes around like kind of full circle. He started out there and he ends there, or, so we think. And the funny thing about every time he kills somebody, it's punish. So I'm just like, I guess he's got his little for Christmas time, but it's punish, and before he fucks you up. So yeah, if you hear punish when you see Santa, your ass better fucking run. But yeah, again, it was a decent movie. It was some okay acting throughout it, but it did have some good actors in it. Now, everybody didn't, like I said, everybody wasn't, didn't have bad acting. I'm gonna say Pamela and Andy from the toy store that he worked at, they were kind of bad actors, but now Mr. Sims, who's played by Britt Leach, he's been in a ton of movies, man. He was the father in Weird Science. He was the guy who got struck by lightning in The Great Outdoors, and a bunch of other movies. Like I said, just Google them and you'll see. Also, the Mrs. Randall that I fucked up on earlier in the podcast, she actually plays in Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. So, and she is the ambulance driver. She's the one who, at the very beginning of the movie, they show him going to the wherever he's laid up at, and they, let's move him. That's her. And she did a pretty good job. Also, the babysitter, Denise, in the house that got hung up on the extra strong fucking deer head is Linnea Quigley. And, of course, if anybody knows the horror movies, that's old Night of the Demon chick who puts the fucking tube of lipstick through her tit, through her nipple, and freaked me the fuck out. But sexy as hell, got some nice ass titties, man. Still got some nice titties. So, Billy, who's Robert Brian Wilson, is actually a singer, comedian, and that was his first movie, because that's what it says, introducing Robert Brian Wilson, and which I thought that was pretty cool. The grandpa, William Hare, he's been in a few other movies, not a lot, but he's been in a few. Now, the mom, Billy's mom that gets killed at the beginning, now that's Tara Buckman. Now, Tara Buckman is one of the fine-ass chicks in the Lamborghini in Cannonball Run. She's the blonde and bad as fuck. Like, man, super bad. Super bad. But, yeah, she man, not a bad actress. Mother Superior, I haven't heard any. She's a Lilyan Chauvin. Hadn't really seen her in a lot of things, but like I said, there wasn't really a lot of bad acting. There was, just a little bit at certain points, and of course Billy, Punish. He's just, I guess he's 18, I reckon, in the movie. But, he's a big 18-year-old man, or, however old he is, the motherfucker, he's pretty big, man. So, hold on, I gotta take me a little minute, man, give me a little drink. Hang on just a second. Oh, man. Whew. Cold water, because I'm trying to lay off the iced coffee, man. I don't know. I've grown addicted to it, so I don't really have an addicted personality. So I'm laying off for a little while, man, drinking water, and it's actually, I can feel it. Like, it's weird to say, but I can feel it in my body that it's, water is definitely helping, my joints and, my body get back to work. So anyway, yeah, that's far off of what the fuck I was talking about. But reason being, because I'm looking up at the time, and everybody knows when I say that, it is fucking smoke 30. Smoke 30, motherfuckers. It's time to get blazed. And if you do, please, man, join me. I've got some fire shit that I'm fucking with today. Pink lemonade, always been one of my favorites. Definitely a good fucking indica. Don't have any. I do have it, but I'm not gonna top it off this morning with anything super crazy like I usually do. But I am gonna pull up something from the T-Shon Track Bastard, and this one is going to be called Raise the Bar. I'm sure we're going to get a small commercial right before then, but because it's coming off the YouTube music, and you go check it out. So yeah, man, it's time to smoke, guys, and check out the song. This break is brought to you by some fire-ass fucking weed. Weed and boys. Oh, man. Better show some gratitude, but that's okay, cause I made my place with or without you. The real recognize my face, while people out there still doubt you. Whew. Make you look so weak and pitiful. I got acid based material. He do anything when I'm irritable. Oh man. Whew. I'm back. Oh my gosh. Whew. Say a little prayer for you. Lord have mercy. Man. Yeah, dude, that's some fire. I love it. It's like I said, it's one of my favorite indigas. It's a good level buzz, and I suggest you go get some. Where it's legal, of course. So, but yeah, man, the Silent Night, Deadly Night. Not a bad movie. Not a crazy bad movie. It's not Chopping Mall. I'm gonna fucking tell you that much right now, man. Like, oh my gosh, woo, that was horrible. And there's I think they tried to remake it in 2012, and I haven't seen that one. I didn't really want to ruin the original buzz I got from watching Silent Night, Deadly Night in '84. So, and some of those, some of those movies you just don't want to see the remake. You really don't. And they're doing so much of this remakes, shit coming out. Excuse me, man. I kind of got the hiccups. But they're doing so much of that shit nowadays. Be fucking creative, man. Make you a fucking movie that you thought of. Don't tell me that the directors and the writers nowadays can't come up with something new. Do you think these fucking people, do you think Wes Craven remade fucking, got the, Nightmare on Elm Street idea from somebody else that fucking did something like Freddy? Fuck no. Like, that's what I'm saying. That really, and I'm saying, so much because I really don't want to, like, flag them out and be like, you dumb motherfuckers, come up with something fucking original. Because it really, really pisses me off. And now some of them take them and they put their own little twists on them, and they're decent. They're decent. Like Candyman. Candyman, the remake, it was decent. It was decent. Rob Zombie's Halloween, it was decent. It was pretty good. The Friday the 13th remake, it was good. I liked it. I liked how they put everything together, filled in some question holes that everybody had. How Jason got around the fucking, Crystal Lake so quick and so fast and just appeared. They gave the underground little thing for him. So I dug that shit. And the monsters. Man, Rob Zombie doing the monsters. I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to check it out and see what he does with it. If he goes and he gores it out and makes it just super, just ridiculous, I don't know, man. I don't think I'll even do another Rob Zombie movie. I don't think I'll watch another Rob Zombie if he screws up the monsters. Because I loved that fucking show. I love the Monsters Go Home, Monsters Revenge, the little movies. They were cool. But yeah, just don't fuck it up, Rob. Don't fuck it up. You already done fucked it up by putting Sherry in a motherfucker. So I want to see how Sherry really brings out her acting skills to play Lily. That's what I want to know. So yeah, after my bitching, let's go ahead and rate the movie, guys. And again, man, if you guys have any movie suggestions, any of them at all, man, that you want us to review and give you our opinion on, just hit us up, man. Hit us up on Facebook. If you don't know the Facebook and you're a new listener, it's facebook.com/The Horror Movie Hood Review. You can also find us on Twitter at twitter.com/THMHR podcast. Again, twitter.com/THMHR podcast, facebook.com/The Horror Movie Hood Review. Or you can email us at the Horror Movie Hood Review at gmail.com. A lot of you hit my personal page through Facebook. That's cool. I don't mind that at all. We are going to have a P.O. box coming soon to where the people who send stuff can send it there. Yeah. So yeah, just give us a shout, man. Let us know what you what you think about the show and any ideas that you have to, for movies that we can review. Because like I said, we like to do movies for us, but we love to do movies for y'all, for you guys to listen to. Again, this podcast is all about y'all. I do this for you guys. Not really. I mean, I do it for me for a hobby, but I love giving y'all a laugh or something that an opinion that you want to hear or you might not want to hear. So yeah, man, holler at us, hit us up, man. So we're going to go ahead right now and we are going to rate the movie. And we're going to start off with film originality. Yep, you heard me click my little pen. It's on. Film originality. I'm going to go, like I said, I've never heard anything before it. I haven't. So, and if anybody has before 84, let me know. Holla at me again. You know the email, the Facebook, the Twitter. So, excuse me, still dealing with a little sinus thing, but it's all good. But yeah, let us know. Again, film originality. It's one of the first ones to go Santa to do the whole Santa thing. So I'm going to give the originality a 10. It was a good try to give it a good. They gave it a pretty good storyline, pretty good originality of how Billy got fucked up from Christmas in the beginning, which in that story, man, that probably would have fucked anybody up. So yeah, film originality, 10. Cinematography, again, it was from the 80s. So the cinematography is everything. It was shot pretty good. It was shot decent. So for cinematography, I'm gonna go with an 8. Like I said, it was the 80s. It's definitely not anything up to date with now. For that time, I'm going to give it an 8. The characters of the movie, they all played a significant role. I don't know about the babysitter scene. I guess that was just an ad scene, and I guess spot where the girl gets hung up on the deer head. Like I don't know. That was just it was kind of funny. Like I said, I guess everybody had their role and they played it, but they didn't play it too awful well. A couple of them, like I said, Andy and Pamela. I didn't. I could have done definitely without Andy's character. Pamela, like I said, she got nice titties and very pretty, sexy. So, yeah, man, we'll welcome that character. But we're gonna give it an 8 as well. Acting. Again, everybody was a good actor besides just a few. So on the acting thing, yeah, man, we're going to go with like a 7. Special effects. The special effects they weren't too bad. It wasn't too off the fucking wall. Wasn't a whole lot of gory, extra blood to freak out the audience and stuff. Where he guts old gal, that looked pretty good. Where he strangles Tommy or Andy with the string of lights. It was all right. Then, the chopping, just a lot of it was okay. It wasn't super, super bad, but it was the 80s again. So special effects, we're going to give that about a 6. So it's a little over half good, on my rating scale, but just wasn't a 10. So yeah, definitely got to give it a 6. The music score on it wasn't a whole lot. So I'm going to go ahead and skip that. The scares, man, I guess for 84, the scares were there. Him busting it through the door and, hanging chick up on the fucking world's strongest mounted buck on the wall. And she just hung there. I guess Yeah, I guess it had a few, but it could have had more. It definitely could have had more. So, man, we're going to give that a 5. Entertainment value, it's pretty entertaining. It definitely, like I said, it's original, so that makes you want to watch it. There is a good, like you don't really want to get up, but nothing's going to stop you from getting up and going to piss or going to get some popcorn or whatever because you think you're going to miss something. So, or it wasn't for me, that is. And if it was for you, like I said, man, holler at us, let us know. Comment, any of that. We definitely want to know your opinion. So, but I'm going to say entertainment value. I'm going to do it probably at a 7. Rewatch value, it's one of those that you don't despise, but it's nothing that you're going to watch like 2 or 3 or 4 times a year. Maybe not every Christmas if you get into watching Christmas-based horror movies. So I don't know. I mean, for me, it didn't give a lot of rewatch value because I got it the first couple of times, and yeah, it was funny. I think since '84, I've probably watched it 2 more times, and that's including the last time I just watched it to review it. So let's go rewatch value. We're going to give it a 4. Overall, I mean, and it rated a little higher than old Chopping Mall, but overall, I'm going to probably give it a 6.5. Probably about the best I got, man. But, definitely watch it. I mean, I'm not going to tell you not to watch it. I'm not going to tell you to go out and, as I always say, rent it, borrow it, buy it, stream it, watch it. Yeah, if you want to, like, watch the movie because you can say, hey, yeah, I've seen it. And it's not the worst movie in the world, but it's definitely not one of the best. But it's got some good actors that have gone on to do a little, some bigger things, and the whole thing about Christmas being a horror movie and bad things happening in Christmas, and Santa Claus will punish you if you've been bad by fucking you up and killing your ass. So yeah, it definitely it's one that I would not tell you not to watch. So yeah, if you, like I said, if you get a chance to watch it, check it out. It's definitely worth the little hour and a half it is. Like I said, it was so good. It was good enough for them to make a remake of in 2012. But like I said, I haven't seen that one. So, because I don't want it to, or maybe I'll watch it. I don't know. It didn't grab me enough in '84 to want to see the remake, like Halloween or Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street. Even that remake was decent. Even the Nightmare on Elm Street, like, it was decent. A lot of people hated it. And it took me a little while. I actually had to watch it like 3 times and dig it. So yeah, I like that one. They done it. It was decent again. But yeah, man, give it a watch. Let us know what you think. If you didn't like it, don't blame me. Don't blame me, because like I said, I'm just giving you my opinion. If you did like it, or if you do like it and you watch it and it's one of your favorite movies, don't blame me that you got horrible taste in horror movies. But nah, man, I'm just kidding. Yeah, man, to each his own. But again, man, yeah, check it out. You won't regret. You won't lose any time. There is movies that I just regret putting any time in watching. I mean, some of them just piss me off. Like Chucky. Like Child's Play, the fucking remake. Fuck that movie. And the motherfuckers who wrote it. Like you did, you dogged that fucking movie. And I'll never forgive them for that shit. But, yeah, definitely, man. Guys, I hope you guys have a great fucking holiday. a great Christmas. You're definitely hear from me doing another review, but I'm not going to tell you what the fuck I'm going to review. You got to tune in and find out. You got to tune in and find out and see what it is. So that's that. Again, I'm fixing to, I'll tell you what, I'm fixing to hit this fire ass pen I got. And this is actually some do-si-do. And it's, again, one of my favorite indigos. I love it. I love it. I love it. So we're going to do another smoke break right quick, but it ain't going to take that long because I'm just hitting a pen. So. Oh, damn. Super fucking tasty. Super tasty. Love that shit. Oh, man. Oh. All right. Yeah, guys. Again, man, go check us out. We're on all social media platforms. And again, the Horror Movie Hood Review on Facebook is facebook.com/The Horror Movie Hood Review. Twitter is twitter.com/THMHR podcast. And as I said, we will be starting a TikTok and an Instagram, so you could be able to follow us on there and get some extra footage and probably a couple of hints of what we're going to review on the next review. So check us out. And again, give us your suggestion for any movie that we have not reviewed that you would love us to review, because we would love to do it for you. And always big shout out to my producer, Chris, for always putting in the work, man, hanging in there with us. Big shout out to Track Bastard B for the intro music and being a part of the team, man. He's definitely puts in the work. So appreciate those guys. And as always, man, go get the T-Shon and Track Bastard, Concrete or Lead, wherever you're at. We're on all social media platforms. We're working on a new one now. I'm saving the title because I think we're going to change the title of the album. I'm not sure, but I'm going to save that until it's getting ready to come out, and then I'll hit you guys with that. But until then, guys, have a great fucking rest of the week and weekend. Much fucking horror movie love. Watch a lot of horror movies. Smoke a lot of fucking weed. And as always, man, peace.